let's get to shift our focus away from health matters and then get to talk about other issues. Elections, Anambra governorship elections is just around the corner, and only yesterday, Friday, we got the big shocker of our lives when the Independent Electoral Commission, National Commission, released the names or list of candidates for the elections, and two parties were missing. Or, well, APGA, for instance, had faction. A replacement.
Had a faction.
Okay, they had a faction of, not the one that was recognized, the CBN, the former CBN governor, Charles Soludo, and of course the PDP, the Democratic Party was totally omitted. Maybe let's begin from Enugu, where Ambrose is. Ambrose, I hope you're still with us. Talk to us from your perspective. How are you responding to this news? Big shocker. Indeed, the omission of Charles Soludo's name from INEC's list, and of course that of the candidate of the People's Democratic Party. What are you seeing? What projections are you seeing?
Recall that just before the primaries of All Progressive Grand Alliance was held, that there was a court judgment that actually came out saying that one faction was recognized. And then I think the faction of Charles Soludo went to court, and we were told that it has been resolved. Now, INEC now came up with this final list. From the fear is palpable. There's a worry. I will not call it tension, but there's worry. There's a lot of agitations going on right now in Anambra State, and by extension, the Southeast. Let me just tell you the positions of different schools of thought. One school of thought thinks that the ruling party is trying to muzzle out credible and formidable oppositions with this. Another school of thought is saying that, well, it is not the ruling party's fault that political parties have now been balkanized and having different factions. For example, we remember some people even calling on INEC to cancel the primaries of the People's Democratic Party, and even the contestants themselves were not happy with the way the primaries went. So while one school of thought is saying that the ruling party wants to muzzle out a credible opposition, the other school of thought is also saying that why are the other parties not, keeping their house in order? Then there's another school of thought, the third one, which says that the factions or factionalization and the troubles in this political party have been sponsored by the ruling party. So these are different opinions that have been held. But INEC not publishing the names of Charles Soludo and the PDP candidate is a big worry. But again, the Charles Soludo campaign organization has released press statements saying that the people should keep calm and that their candidate will surely contest the election. How they are hoping to achieve this is what I don't know. Apparently, they will appeal the judgment and then go to court of higher competence to see what to do. But my suggestion, advice to the party should be that they should quickly close ranks so that the window for changing of candidates or for reconciling these things before it closes can be rectified. So this is the time to reach out to the various factions and see how they can consolidate their stand. And maybe they can withdraw, the plaintiff can withdraw the case from the court and say, okay, we are no longer pursuing this case, so that they can come together. For PDP is in a bigger mess in Anambra State. It's not about factions now, but about personal interest and ego playing out in there. And I'm not surprised, it has been their culture. I remember the days of Chinwokin Bajimiju to the time of Chris Ngige. It has always been like that with PDP in Anambra State. So they're just being true to their nature in that state, that political party. So it's not new. For me, it's just the same old story. So I'm not surprised about the PDP issue. I'm not surprised about the APGA issue. Because we remember that the election that brought in Obiano, this Soludo too was, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Ambrose, we'll come back to you and check in with you. Let's see if we can get some reactions here in the studios as well. Shegun, let me even begin with you. I mean, amazing analysis from from Ambrose again there. He has mentioned about 3 schools of thoughts. I'm wondering which one you belong to.
Anyway, I don't belong to none. My own is
because ABGA has ruled Anambra since 1999.
Yes. You see, that is not what matters. What matters is good governance. In so far that the people are getting the dividend of democracy, I think it's excellent. If you are there and people love your way of delivering dividend of democracy, it is excellent. But given that, what I want to really discuss about is the issue of internal democracy in all parties.
Yes.
It's very key. You see, we always, Yoruba says, you know, you are using Panadol to cure a leprotic ailment. So these are the issues. Yes, people, we need to look at what is the cause of issues that degenerate to factional, ideology, where some people will say we don't accept this, others will say we accept. That is what is degenerating to a lot of issues that is making INEC take position that is producing one court order or the other.
Exactly.
And which is exactly why we are saying that the INEC, is able to look at court order, look at the merit of the case, and was able to pick the honorable and the professor, being the deputy, 2 of them, and Soludo is now saying he's going to go to court again and see how it is going to be defined in his favor.
Yes.
So those are the issues Nigerian government, Nigerian politicians must really delve into, to give a law, to clean those areas so that we can have a direct primary or indirect, in whichever way, but get a produced candidate nominated by the inhabitant themselves.
Yes, let's hear your take on this and perspective. INEC has been fingered in terms of interference.
Exactly. So in fact, it's an issue that has not just cropped up now. It's beyond like an ugly decimal, recurring every time from one election to the other. You find this issue, and I think one would want to say that INEC must, do what is called thorough thinking through analysis and be seen as an unbiased umpire. INEC must not be seen as dancing to the tunes of the players. As far as policy is concerned and the politicking aspect of it, many of the contestants, they are there with their own mindset, with their own ambition, with their own, game plan. So INEC must be very, very careful. Just like he said, I think the area I was going to zero into is that of internal party democracy, and it is grossly lacking in several of the parties, whether it's PDP, APC, or whatever. Most of the major parties, you see that there is that lacuna, there is that gap. And the issue is this: let's go down to the basics. I used to ask myself, what is the concept of political leadership in Nigeria? Over the years, at least for the current generation, what they see is service for the self instead of service to the state. And then that is why you have the rich, the powerful, and those that are really very ambitious. They can take over the party structure and do whatever they want with it. And because of one, poverty of the mindset, poverty of the pulse combined, you see that some people will dance, willy-nilly to their ambitions, to their whims and caprices. So it's an issue that we have to take a thorough look at. We want a situation whereby leadership will evolve from the people, by the people, and for the people, as it was. If you look at the history of democracy, how it grew from ancient Greece, so many centuries ago, that is, how it's evolved. It has to do with the people. As at that time, people used to come together. They will not even choose any representative. They will meet, just like at the village or rural level. They will decide on the major issues at stake, and then of course they will come up with a solution. Right. So as it is for now, my own caution goes to One, INEC must be seen as an unbiased umpire. Two, the judiciary must also play its part, you know, free and square. And of course, let there be internal anti-democracy.